I try to look for my sisters, my loved one, my friends. They turn me away.
我是跟我儿子2个住回来，我们很少沟通。
本地独居老人在过去10年增加超过1倍，而60岁以上的年长者当中，40%觉得自己孤独。
Actually, across the world, loneliness is now considered an epidemic.
独居老人在家中孤独死的事件时有所闻。2年后，新加坡将步入超老龄化社会，年长者的孤独状态更加令人关注。独居就等于孤独吗？孤独老人为何不寻求帮助
？I was a bus captain in SBS for 13 years. Then due to my knee problem, I had to quit. I couldn't walk far. I cannot sit long.
尽管行动不便，71岁的蔡来芝，星期1到5都会到住家附近的福利团体参加各式各样的活动。
Don't disturb them, don't bother people is the best. If I'm able to take care of myself, it's even better. So I'm trying very hard to improve my health by taking up exercise, this and that. The more I exercise, the more I say some improvement in my health. Right? I feel happy also having 1 or 2 good friends with me.
蔡来芝积极参加社区活动，还是这2年的事。自小她就缺乏家人的爱，结婚后人生也没有好转，跟同住的长辈有摩擦，婚姻也亮起红灯，只好拼命赚钱，独自抚养孩子。
I always tell him, son, you have to study up for your own sake, for your own good, not for me. I rather suffer myself than to let my son suffer.
蔡来芝好不容易把儿子养大，一场误会却导致他们冷战10年。期间他一个人住，很少跟人往来，渐渐自我封闭起来。
I try to look for my sisters, my loved one, my friends. They turn me away. So no point talking. So I rather talk to the wall. It's better, right?
我是跟我儿子2个住回来。他白天就9点到10点就出门，到晚上11、2点才回来，所以我们是比较很少沟通。这样。
邓接欢虽然与儿子同住，但关系疏离，父子俩有个心结，多年来都解不开。
第一个孩子是女孩子，第2年，不久30个月时候，因为受到惊吓，就惊风了，中风，我遇到很辛苦啊。那么我这个儿子呢？那时候有的时候我太太说，我说了，我说最好不要啦，因为你还要照顾那个女的。他也知道那些邻居啊，知道这种事情啊，他就跟我儿子讲说，本来你父亲不要你的，你母亲硬要生你，要把你生出来，变成现在他对我还是有一点反感。孤独是因为少，是我跟我儿子2个，我就为了不要让我在家里沉闷下去，我就自己出来走动。
Did you keep that storyboard, that booklet where you have completed?
Honestly speaking, I don't, because it recalls my sad story. So I've learned to let go, to move on. So whatever past is past. In order to be happy, I should not recall my past.
当时我们接触他的时候，了解到他的家庭状况其实是他独居，精神状态呢会显得有点像比较孤独啦。
Madam Chua.
我们来了大概是多2、3次吧，对，来做这个家访，然后他就比较对我们有点 open。
My angel. I'm happy now. Thanks to Yanni 啦 ，Katie Ko 啦 ，and her colleagues 啦。I should say that credit goes to Nam Hong. I went to the expensive Block 1, 2, 3 because that day I sprained my back I couldn't stand straight. They lifted me up. They inspired me. They encouraged me to move on. Come out from the dark zone, make more friends. So that is where I come to be more lively, more cheerful, more happy.
60個，你笑過咩？
去過澳大利亞，去墨爾本咯，嗰啲。
我唔是4月28號，剛好是75歲，我就不可以嫁德士了，屬於退休了。
幾點入 call 就係拜的時候冇什麼好驚。
冇什麼好驚啊，很多我見過很多了，一停止駕車啊，每個都整個頹廢了，整個憔悴啦，或者不久就是過世。
邓介欢早在退休以前已开始为晚年生活做准备。那时他在太太过世后，和儿子搬到现有的住址，刚好家楼下新开了乐龄中心，他几乎天天报到，生活有了新的寄托。
以前我是很少接触这些东西的，我是晚上驾车回去就是睡觉，睡到12点吃饭，再睡，睡到晚上5、6点钟开车。那时候我是叫full time啦，来这边啊，帮忙下，看见人开心我就很开心。
因为之前邓先生都是那种可能就是帮头帮尾的那种，就是比较幕后的。我觉得开始看到他的转变，就是7、8月，我们就叫他帮我们主持bingo。可能一开始就是比较讲那个号码的话，就是那个号码。现在他会很像问他们，OK， 你们缺什么号码什么，会带动那个气氛啊。然后就也感觉他会比较自信啊，我觉得。
新加坡社会正在急速老化。65岁及以上的公民占总人口的19.1%，到了2030年将进一步增加到25%。他们当中大约11%是自己独居，多达78000多人。然而，独居就等于孤独吗？
So that's one of the common myths that social isolation equates with loneliness. In actual fact, you can be socially isolated, meaning you live alone, let's say. You don't have a lot of people around you, but you're not lonely at all. I think at all ages, loneliness is kind of a taboo subject. I mean, even a teenager wouldn't want to tell, someone else that they're lonely. It's kind of, you're seen as a bit of a loser. And when you're older, even more so. To admit that you're lonely is a very hard thing to do. So it does prevent people from seeking help. One of the most surprising things for us was to find that older adults living with children were most likely to be lonely. They may be living with children, but looked after primarily by a domestic helper in some cases. And the children are full-time workers, so when they come home they're quite tired. And there's very little actual conversation or interaction that goes on between the older person and their adult children. Whereas if you were living alone, you might be more proactive in terms of getting out, getting to know your neighbors, because you really don't have anyone to talk to at home.
我每天会躲在家里啊，会慢慢会痴呆的，所以我最喜欢就能够出来啦，能够跟大家在一起。
The trainer, AJ his name. Wow, the music is fantastic, hot. So quite nice lah. Especially when the music is on hot music. Wow, we feel high. Staying alone doesn't mean I'm lonely. I feel very peace and happy at the same time. This is what I want: happiness and peace. Money can never buy. My son, my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter, and myself. We wanted to have a family photo all a while. So because of the misunderstanding, then we didn't. Then lately when we reunite again, so happens that Mother's Day has got family photo, so we go for it.